open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. You're most definitely welcome. So let's start off with the brows today. We're gonna make it quite dark, and I'm gonna arch it up a little bit more than I normally do, just because I want the brows to stand out. I'm gonna be adding a lot of different colors today, and I just want my brows to look nice and arched and, you know, presentable. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna then conceal it with my BH Cosmetics concealer palette, and these colors are quite light. I don't mind them. I don't have a problem with it. After I add my foundation, it blends out perfectly. So using light colors for me is not a problem. If you guys feel like using another color or something closer to your skin tone, that is fine. It's totally up to you. Anyway, so after we're done with the eyebrows, we're just gonna bring down the rest of that concealer all over our lids, and we're gonna blend it out just to make sure that we have a perfect base to add our colors later on. So this palette that we're using today is nothing new to my channel. This is the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I love this palette so much. You guys already know why. So starting with that purple color, I'm going to add that into my crease area, and that is going to act as my transition color for today. You want to make sure that it's bright and vibrant because we're going to be adding a lot of different colors, and you want to make sure that all of these colors have their own shine. So I'm just going to blend that out, and I'm gonna add more if I feel like, and if you guys want it to be much lighter, don't go in too much. If you want it to be darker, then you can always go ahead and add another layer of colors. So what you're gonna see me do next, I'm gonna add some more concealer on my lids, and I'm kind of cutting the crease, so I'm creating another base for the other colors that I'm gonna add on my lids. You know, being dark skin, you want to make sure that these colors are popping, so adding another layer of concealer or adding something lighter on the lids to apply your eyeshadows will always make sure that your eyeshadows pop a lot more. So that's just a tip for today. All right, so you always want to make sure that your concealer dries before you apply your shadows, or else your eyeshadows are gonna stick and they're gonna crack. So while that is drying, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some primer to my face. I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime, and I'm gonna blend that into my skin. So while that is drying, I'm going to move back to my eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the colors on my mobile lid. So let's keep on watching. So going back into the palette, I'm using this beautiful turquoise teal color. This color is so beautiful. I'm going to add that as my first color, so I'm going to kind of bring it out more into my inner tear ducts area, and you just want to make sure you add a nice couple of layers on there just to make sure that it's really packed and it's nice and it's vibrant. You don't want it to be too light, you know, you want to make sure the colors are popping. So I'm going to go in with that pink color next. Now this color has a lot of different foils, because like if you would turn one way, you could see it look kind of gold. So that look was exactly what I was going for. You know, there is another pink in the palette, but I was going for this pink gold shimmer color. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you combine both colors together. So you're going to overlap the pink with the blue to make sure that there's a smooth transition. You don't want it to look too, like, you know, there's definite lines there. You want to make sure that it's blended properly. So the last color that I'm using on my lids is going to be that dark purple that I use for my transition color. And I'm creating sort of like a V on the outer corner just to make sure that it looks more sharp and nice and neat. That's the look that I was going for. So you want to make sure you pat that in there real nice and blend it out with your blending brush. Alright, so the same brush that I used earlier to put on my transition color, I'm just going to use that same brush. I didn't add any more product in there. I'm just going to take whatever product was left on that brush, and I'm going to blend it out. On this other eye, I noticed that I didn't have as much color on the first eye, so that's how I went in and added some more colors on the brush. Now I just added a wing liner, a light wing liner today just because I felt like it. Now you don't have to if you don't want to. And to amp up this makeup look, you can actually go ahead and use a white eyeliner or a silver eyeliner to really make the colors pop. I didn't have any of those colors, so I just decided to go ahead and use the black, you know, to kind of camouflage your wing line. To camouflage your line when you're adding your lashes. So I really would recommend that you guys use a white or silver eyeliner to really make the colors pop. So now that we're done with the eyes and that primer is set into my skin, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Covergril foundation in the shade D70. I was trying to show you guys the foundation brush that I'm using today. It is from BH Cosmetics. I will have all the products listed down below. You're just gonna go ahead and apply your foundation, and next you're gonna go ahead and add your concealer. I'm only going to brighten up underneath my eyes today because the rest of my face isn't really what I'm trying to bring out. So I'm only gonna conceal under my eyes today. It is quite light. That is the look I'm going for. So don't bash me. Don't click on another channel. That's the look that I'm going for. You know, I want that part to stand out. So after you've blended out your concealer, you want to go ahead and set it with some powder. And I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 30. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder in the shade 40. Just want to make sure you apply that all over your face. Blend your concealed areas together with your all over face powder, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines, and you want to make sure that your face is set. Alright, so now that our entire face is set, you want to go ahead and add your stocking. You guys, this part here is kind of pointless. I was actually going for a mermaid look today, and the fishnet stocking didn't give me the fish coils that I was actually looking for. So I ended up switching the tutorial into a Galaxy Queen instead, because the scales didn't come out as bright as I wanted it to. Like the markings weren't as bright as I wanted it to. So basically I bought the wrong size stocking. Like the holes weren't big enough. They were too small, so it wasn't bright, or too big for you to see the actual scales of the mermaid. So I ended up changing my tutorial from a mermaid look to a Galaxy Queen. So this step, putting that stocking over your face, is not important. I'm just letting you guys know, if you do want to create the mermaid, you can go ahead and do that with the same colors or with different colors. But I would advise that you buy a bigger whole net stocking, something that will let the colors and the fish scale actually shine through. So I'm going back with those same colors that I added on my eyes, and I'm just going to put that on my face. So I'm using a specific order. I'm going from my temples to my cheekbones on both sides, and I'm going with the same colors, only that I'm doing them in reverse. So I'm using the purple first, then the blue, and then I'm going to use the pink last. I didn't really want the pink to shine through too much. I was really focusing mainly on the pink and on the purple and the blue. So you're going to later see me go in with the pink with a smaller blending brush. And when you're adding these colors, you want to make sure that they overlap each other. So you're going to put the blue on top of the purple and blend it out further onto your face, and then you're going to add the pink on top of the blue and bring it in a little bit more forward. So just keep watching the video and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say overlapping them.
Party. Tick tock, bubble, girl, non-stop. Get your waistline, rock off your back. Head up when the baseline drop. Girl, wine and bubble non-stop. Open the door when me up knock. Rain up with the sun hot. Ride it like it's a big bag that. Bad, bad, bad. The girl them bad, bad, bad. The bumper bad, bad, bad. Just me when the girl them.
When you're done with this part, you always want to make sure that you set your face with a setting spray. I'm holding my fingers, praying that these face scales came out the way that I wanted them to, and it didn't really come out. So if you would look, you could kind of see the scales, but like I said earlier, the holes wasn't big enough for me to you know, for the colors to stand on, for it to look really like fish scales. So next time, I guess. So I'm just adding a purple lipstick. I wouldn't recommend this lipstick, guys, because it's not opaque, it's not thick. You have to add a lot of layers to it, and it kind of makes it kind of gunky. So I just went in and added a pink lipstick in the middle just to kind of blend it out a little bit further. And of course, you want to make sure you add some lashes. So under my lower lash line here, you guys see me adding this purple, and then I add the blue in the inner tear duct, to meet with the purple, and you want to blend those two colors together. Next, you're gonna add some mascara, and you are gonna set your face. I didn't show that part, but you just want to make sure you set everything to make sure everything stays in place. So I popped on my wig. I added some rhinestones in the center of my face. And then I added the same thing on my hands just to make it look a little bit more galaxy-like. I didn't have a white eyeliner like I mentioned earlier, so I'm just using these rhinestones instead. And there's one more thing that you want to do before you complete this look, and that is adding some kind of head jewelry. You can add something more elaborate and extravagant, but I just wanted something that is kind of nice and neat and cute. So basically what you see me doing here is just showing you how I achieve the hand look. I just painted the same colors that I used on my face, the purple, the blue, and the pink. And I add a little bit of eyelash glue to my hand, and I put the rhinestones on my hands periodically. There was no specific pattern that I was going for, you know, so you wanted to look kind of like galaxy-like. So those rhinestones are representing the stars, I guess. Anyway, so there you see me adding my headpiece, and that is the end of the tutorial for today, guys. I thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and watch the rest of my videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.